everyone. Today I will discuss about case of violation committed by auditor at PT Bank Kenturi. Before discussing the material, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Putu Ayu Dianawati, number 1, NIM 22156440004. Putu Century Bank case is a case where the auditor was unable to predict the continuity of the audit business. Bank Indonesia or BI's success in feeding foreign currency securities belonging to PT Country Bank. The securities had matured and Country Bank has difficulty liquidating, resulting in default with a debt amount of $56 million. Bank country has experienced conditions like the since 2006. In the case of PT Bank Country, the assessment from an auditing perspective is related to the way the auditor of public accounting firm or KAP evaluates and audits bank country. The violation that occurred in this case involves several aspects. Number one, not conducting and auditing carefully. The auditor or KAP responsible bank country did not carry out the audit carefully and thoroughly. They might fail to identify or track practices that are questionable or inconsistent with accounting standards. Number two, non-compliance with professional standards. Auditor or KEP might violate professional standards in carrying out their duties. They might be deemed not to comply with applicable audit standards or not to provide an objective and independent audit opinion. Number three, involvement in fraudulent or collusion activities. It is possible that auditor or KAP member were involved in fraudulent activities or collusion with parties involved in the country bank scandal. This might include withholding important information or aging in unethical practices. Number 4. Failure to disclose significant risks. The auditor or KAP may fail to disclose significant risks related to country bank financial or operational condition. This could mean that they do not provide sufficient warning to interested parties about possible loss or problem occurring. From an auditing perspective, the country bank has highlighted the importance of auditor compliance with professional standards, vigilance against questionable practice, and involvement in providing accurate and enhanced information to interested parties. Violation in any of these matters could result in a loss of confidence in an audit profession as a whole. The impact of case of violation committed by auditor of KAP in the PT Bank country case has significant implications for the government and the economy. Here are some of the impacts. Number 1. Disruption of the financial system. Case of violation involving auditor or KAP can damage public confidence in the financial system if audit agencies are unable to properly uncover violation. This could full disrupt of bank, capital market, and other financial institutions. Number 2. Economic instability. Non-compliance with rules and regulations can disrupt economic stability in the case of bank country imprudence in the supervision and provision of short-term funding facilities or FPGP, cause instability in the banking sector and interrupted the financial system as a whole. Number 3. Financial losses. The government must take action to resolve problems arising from this violation. In the case of bank country, the government had to inject funds into the bank to prevent bankruptcy. This results in financial losses from the country. Number 4. Impact of foreign investment. Violation cases can influence foreign investor diffusion or involve in the country. Instability and distrust of the financial system can reduce the interest of foreign investors, which in turn can slow economic growth. Number 5. Country reputation. Case of violation involving auditor or KAP can damage a country's reputation in the eyes of international community. A country that cannot properly address the problem of violation can be considered to have good government. The government must take first steps to improve the surveillance system and avoid similar violations in the future. In addition, audit institutions and KAP must ensure integrity and professionalism in carrying out the duties so that public trust is maintained. Accountant Professional Code of Ethics. Objectivity principle. The auditor or KAP must maintain an attitude of objectivity in conducting audit. This means they must avoid personal influence or other interests that could influence their assessment of financial information. Principle of competence and prudence. The auditor or KAP must have adequate knowledge and acts carefully in the case of country bank non-compliance with rules and regulations show a lack of prudence. Privacy principle. Auditor or KAP must maintain the confidentiality of information obtained from their client. In this case, there was non-compliance with the principle of confidentiality because information that should not have been leaked became public. Principle of professional conduct. The auditor or KAP must comply with applicable regulation and legislation. In the country bank case, there are allegations that BI did not profit from information through the Financial Sector Stability Committee or KSSK. In the case of PT Bank Country, there were several audit standards or SA that were violated by the auditor of KAP or Public Accounting Fee. SR 315. This standard relates to the identification and handling of risk of material error in financial statements. Administrative violations relate to providing audit service for clients. Historic financial information can damage the integrity of the audit process. As at 200, there is imprudence in the supervision and provision of short-term funding facilities or FPGP by Bank Indonesia or BI to Bank Country. This involves a violation of audit standards that govern the auditor responsibilities in identifying and evaluating risks. The impact of this violation is very serious. Non-compliance with codes of ethics and audit standards can damage public confidence in the financial system, the country's reputation. The government must take first steps to improve the surveillance system and avoid similar violations in the future. In addition, audit institutions and KEP must ensure integrity and professionalism in carrying out their duties so that public trust is maintained. That's the discussion of the case of violation committed by auditor at PT Bank Country. Thank you, and I close with a good afternoon. Bye guys!